Going to Chloe here in your notes, you said you were 50-50 on if men are physically stronger than women?
Yeah, I think men and women carry their strengths in different areas of their body.
So it means, physically stronger.
Yeah, women and men carry their physical strengths in different areas of their body. Women are going to be stronger in some physical aspects than men are, and men are going to be stronger in other aspects.
Such as?
Women are, for example, it's no denying women have more strength in their legs naturally than guys tend to have. We are more prone to having more natural strength in our legs, whereas guys have a naturally more stronger upper body portion. Women dominate sports. Erroneous.
Women dominate which sports?
I'm not specifying a single sport. Women dominate sports that have to do with leg strength, or flexibility.
Like soccer?
Yeah, actually.
So,
So just to correct this, remember, make sure that we're on the same page. Females have a higher proportion in lean mass in their lower limbs, so they have stronger limbs by 0.1%. Men still have a significant amount of muscle strength difference in their legs than women.
Women are stronger in some aspects physically than men are, and men are stronger in some aspects more physically than women are. That's what I'm stating.
Well, if this was...
So according to WebMD directly, the question was asked, is it true that women have stronger legs than men? The response from a doctor, I would assume, no. Men have generally stronger leg muscles than women. The only disparity between men and women is in limbs. That's it.
Women are stronger in some ways physically than men are. Men are stronger in some ways physically than women are.
What ways physically?
That's simply what I'm stating.
The legs?
Yeah, but what ways physically are they stronger?
In my personal viewpoint, I have seen many women beat a man physically, and I've seen, not beat them as in beat them, but beat them as in beat them in a physical aspect. Just as I have seen a man. I don't disagree
that there's not some women out there who couldn't beat up some men. I totally agree with that, right? I mean, I've seen videos of it. I'm sure that it happens. I'm sure that there's some women out there who can beat up a good majority of men even. There's some women who could do that. But if we're talking about the average, if we're just asking about the average.
I'm talking
on
about
average, are men or women stronger?
I'm talking about the totality of it.
So
yeah, so am I. So an average would be the totality of the mean, right?
The totalities in are all men stronger?
No, that's not the question. That's not. Can you repeat the question?
So the statement is, and it's asking if they disagree or agree, men are physically stronger than women.
It doesn't say most. It says are men.
I mean, is it wrong to say the sky is blue? Sometimes the sky is gray.
So then when the sky's gray, the sky is gray.
Right, but so typically when you make a statement like this, for example, do humans have 10 fingers? Yes. Do some people have birth defects that they're born with an extra digit? Yes.
Or have a finger cut off?
If someone were to ask me, do humans have 10 fingers, I would say sometimes, most of the time.
Most of the time. Okay. So, generally speaking, are men physically stronger than women?
In my personal encounters, I've met more strong women than I've met strong men. So my standpoint.
Okay, if we remove.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
In your personal experience, you've met more strong women than you have men. Really?
I mean, she could be hanging out with a bunch of soy boys. So I mean,
strong.
It could be true, bro.
It's not possible.
It could be true, bro. All her male friends are soy boys.
How much more ridiculous bullshit are we gonna have to listen to from this woman? Most in your life, you have most definitely met way more men who are stronger than way more women.
No.
Yes.
And if you don't want ridiculous nonsense,
okay, well, let's find out. You grew up. I still have your little hometown here, right? I still have your little hometown here. Would you say that
many towns.
On average, the black women in your hometown were on average stronger than the black men in your hometown?
Was I hanging out a bunch with people? No.
You said you were. You said that, in fact, you said you hung out with them so much that you wouldn't even date within your own race.
I didn't say
because,
that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I
You
didn't
said
say.
that, yes.
No. I said I wouldn't date within my own race.
You said you went to a school
No.
which was overwhelmingly black. My assumption is then that most people that you associated with were likely black. Am I incorrect there?
I went to a real school for a very short period of time because, as I also said before, I was mostly homeschooled, so no.
Hail and well met. Lol Paladins donated $200.02. Even Soy Boy California Burrito Fatty Eater Brian
Thanks,
could do
bro.
more push-ups than the entire rest of the panel combined.
Oh boy.
So when you went to this school,
I don't know.
was
Boss
it your
is looking over
experience
there
at the
like
school
that I could be.
that more women at the school were stronger than the men?
Didn't go to a real school for a long period of time, so I'm not talking
Yeah, I know,
about
but
my
for the period of
school.
time that you did go, was your
I didn't talk to
observation that the
anyone. I
women
went
were
to
stronger than the men?
not even a full year.
Yeah, I know. So within that time that you were there,
I didn't
within
talk
that
to
time
people
frame,
there.
yeah. So within that time frame,
There's no
was it
time
your
frame for
experience?
that.
Yeah. So within that time frame, was it your experience that the men or the women were stronger on average?
My standpoint still stands. I'm not changing it.
Let me explore it really quick if that's fine, Andrew. Unless you have more, you want more or?
Well, I just this is unfathomable. Like, you don't even have to double down on these positions. They're so stupid. Even the women who are listening to you are like, "What is this chick talking about? It's insanity." Here, just look. Let me demonstrate it. Show of hands. Just quick show of hands. Easy. Can anybody raise your hand if it was your experience when you went to school that the boys were usually stronger than the girls? Just by a quick hand raise.
I don't know. You might get the sisterhood on this one.
No, I don't think I'm going to get the sisterhood on
You got the
this.
sisterhood from her.
No, she raised her hand too.
Oh, okay. All right. So here, I'll explore it really quick. Just like get a couple examples out of the way. Soccer. You said like lower body strength. Women have more lower body strength, leg strength. So you would expect to see like soccer, which is mostly
That's kind
like
of like
lower
lung
body.
capacity, though.
Okay, so not soccer then. Like the women outcompete the men in soccer.
I think women are better at soccer than men, yes.
And let me,
Wait.
real quick, Brian, I just want to make sure you get this correction. Women are not, so I just had this researched out because I didn't know the answer. Women are not stronger in their lower body. They're only stronger in their lower body in proportion to their own upper body, not in comparison to men's lower body. Okay.
Yeah. No, I know exactly. And also, Andrew, I mean, I know you say it's ridiculous, but like, remember that one girl who said that her mom could beat up Brock Lesnar? I mean, it's not as ridiculous as that, of course.
Yeah, but the thing is like when I know that a person knows themselves that they're full of shit, I just lose interest, right? It's like once I know
Then
that the
move on.
person themselves knows that they're completely full of shit, I just, you know what I
I'll
mean?
skip it. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to trigger that. Go
Oh, I
ahead.
was just saying, once I know that the person themselves knows that they're full of shit, I just lose interest. It's like no longer interesting.
All right. Ogle coming in here. It's going to take a sec to come back. Ogle, thank you for the TTS, man. Really appreciate it. So women better at soccer.
I think so.
Okay, so what if I told you they've actually like done this experiment? Ogle's about to come in. They've done this experiment where they'll match up like a professional female soccer team with like
Ogle donated $200. Jeff 5 is such a strong argument against homeschooling.
You were homeschooled?
Yeah.
Okay, we have Lol Paladins coming in here in just a sec, but so they've run this experiment. They'll set up a women's professional soccer team. They might have even done it maybe with I don't know if it was the Olympic team, but like Olympic team, maybe not in the US, but they've done in various other countries. They'll pair the professional adult women's soccer team with like the 15-year-old boys, and the 15-year-old boys will smoke the women.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. Smoke them.
And I've said this whole time in my personal experience.
Right, but sometimes your personal experience doesn't map on to like
But
reality.
we're asking about my opinion, so that's my opinion.
Right, but like you could have your own personal experiences and still be able to like for example, like as a woman, you could be the strongest woman in the world, right? Not you, but like you, okay. picture the strongest woman in the world, right? She's the strongest woman in the world. She's actually probably runs into men. There's a good chance that she's actually stronger than a lot of the men that she encounters. She would still be wrong to say that women are stronger than men, right?
I'm not saying women are stronger necessarily than men all in all, or that men are stronger all in all. I'm saying they're each stronger in their own ways.
Well, yeah, but we're asking how, and you're not really presenting a compelling argument.
Because they are.
So you said women's lower body strength. So, like, for example,
In my experience.
do you go to the gym at all? Do you work out?
Yes.
Do you do squats?
Not squats, no.
Are you familiar with the exercise?
Yes.
So you know how there's like world records for like
I don't pay
lifting?
attention to that.
Okay, so if I were to tell you that there's no woman, the world record holder for the woman's squat across all weight divisions, no woman lifts more in the squat, which has to do with your lower body strength, than even probably the top 100 men who are the top in terms of their squat.
Well, there's also different types of physical strengths. That would be gym weight strength. Whereas there's also practical strength. There's also strength as in fighting. There's strength as in...
Hey, actually, that's fair. You know, if women on average are as strong or stronger than men, as you previously stated, and you changed your answer just now, then why did you pick the bear? You can just kick the man's ass, right?
I picked the bear because I want to play with a bear.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hold on, Lol Paladins is coming in here. Thank you, Lol. Sorry for
Hail
the
and well met. Lol Paladins donated $200.02. The only thing keeping women safe is the fact that the vast majority of men are actually not bad men. If any man wanted to hurt you, they could. Take comfort that men do not want to hurt women, not 40%.
That is an interesting point. The benevolence of men. Wait, so hold on. Going back to this, you said like for fighting, women are stronger. Like women can.
No, I simply stated there are many different kinds of physical strengths.
But you mentioned fighting.
I said there's practical strength. I said there's weight strength, as in like going to the gym. How much can you weigh?
So what
like,
would be an
lift?
example of practical strength? Lifting up a box?
How long can someone stand on their feet all day when they're working a shift? There's tons of stuff.
Women have higher pain tolerance.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to save time. And
Strength, though.
I'll just move it
Yeah.
on.
And Brian, I'm at 3 a.m. my time. So I got my hard cut at 3.
Yeah, shoot us a raid, man. Thank you. By the way, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm going to send the raid over, of course.
Create your World of Warcraft character, Andrew.
We're doing it. When are we playing next?
They're playing.
You just hop in whenever you feel like it?
Yeah, just create your character. You're what, undead mage?
I think I'm going to do a priest.
No, Andrew.
I'm kidding. I'm dead mage.
Well, I mean, look, we need healers. We need healers. So
yeah, you always got to have healers. All right. I appreciate it very much, Brian. You have a good night.
Yeah.
It was very nice to meet all of you.
Thank you,
And
Andrew,
guys
for
all have
joining
a
us.
great night,
Appreciate
too.
it. Thank you
so
so
much
Andrew.
for your time.
Appreciate
I
it.
really appreciate it.
All right. Have a good night, Andrew. Thank you for joining us. Oh, wait, Andrew.
I'm here.
Oh, really quick. Last thing. Really quick, did you want to address, you wanted to respond to Michael Knowles?
We'll do it another time.
Tuesday? We'll do Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, we'll do
perfect.
Tuesday.
Sounds
All
good.
right, sounds good.
All right, man. Good night.
Good night.
All right, we have 2 chats here coming in. Sina, I'm going to have you read it. Go ahead.
It's funny that she has to differentiate the scientific belief, which are different than her religious beliefs. She knows scientifically that men and women are different, but against
Woke dogma. Thank you, Lol Paladins. Appreciate
Who's
it,
he
man.
talking about?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Lucas, go ahead.
Dear God, this girl is a tard. Can you track down those videos on YouTube where men compete against women, especially the 4x400 mixed relay?
Someone has strong feelings about the 4x400 mixed relay. That's what I'm gathering from this.
I mean, question for you when it comes to racing, right?
Racing,
Yeah,
as in running?
Running, yeah.
Okay.
What about sprints? Do you think men or women?
I think that fully depends on how much you train for it.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I think that fully depends on how much you train for that.
Okay, so a woman who trains the hardest versus a man who trains the hardest?
Well, then it would depend how much you're born with natural talent in it. And that's dependent on every person, not gender.
Who currently holds the world record for...
Don't know.
Don't know? If I told you it was a man?
Then on that standpoint, then he was that during that moment.
You do realize that the world record holder for the women's 100-meter sprint, she wouldn't even qualify to compete with the men. You understand this, right?
I don't watch running.
Right, but so I've just presented to you with a fact. The world record holder of all time, when it comes to the women's 100-meter, she would not even qualify to be able to compete against the men.
I think that partially has to do with expectations. All throughout
What?
time,
Expectations?
let's take gymnastics for an example. Gymnastics used to be a much simpler sport than it is today. But as sports develop,
Running, point A, point B,
I'm
straight
getting
line, as fast as you can. What?
I'm getting there.
The
It has
expectations of
developed
the
to this
100-meter
very,
sprint.
very big thing that you have to train even harder for. Men, well, for one, I'm sure, I don't know the actual statistics of this or the facts of this, but I'm sure men have done sports for a longer time competitively than women have.
What? Women have been in the Olympics since...
I'm not talking about the Olympics, I'm talking about in general. Anyhow.
Okay, so just to be clear, a woman who's been sprinting her whole life versus a man who's been sprinting her whole life.
I think we place more importance usually on men's sports in our society. That's seen by soccer as well. You always hear about male soccer stars. You don't really tend to hear as much about
That's because the men are better.
No, not really.
Yes, really.
So the expectations
The market dictates reality.
The expectations.
Do you watch soccer?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Name a woman soccer player.
I can't name any soccer player. I
Really?
don't pay
Because
attention.
if I were to ask a man who watches soccer, he could tell me 100 male soccer players. You can't name one, and you watch women's soccer?
Can you name a team?
The Barcelona team, I watch them play.
The Barcelona team.
Yeah.
Do you watch the United States team?
No, I don't watch stuff.
She only watches what's the name of the Barcelona team?
FCB.
Huh?
FCB.
You,
Barca.
Men's soccer.
No, they have a woman team.
Is it? I don't know. I don't watch women's
It's
soccer.
Barca.
It's still called
It's Barca.
Barca
Yeah,
for the
they're both
women. They don't
Barca.
have
There's
different
Barca's
names.
women, there's Barca
Okay.
men's.
Can you name one female soccer player?
I can't name a female or a male. I watch them play.
Really?
I don't care
Messi,
who they are.
Ronaldo.
I can't name one other than one you hear constantly in the media. No.
And the one
Bruh.
you hear constantly are all male, no?
How
I
are the
hear
girls at this table
two
not like, what
names.
the fuck are you talking
I
about?
hear two names constantly: Cristiano Ronaldo